with that being said, we look over to our Seattle Seawolves here, who got back into their campaign of the 2022 season after a bye week as they took on the 7-1 New England Free Jacks, who led the league with their record. It didn't go too well for the Seawolves, but I mean, they hung in there. April 9th at the New England Free Jacks at Veterans Stadium, a 22-24 loss. Like I said, it wasn't the worst case scenario because of how close that game was. You get a bonus point in the standings in the loss. So as opposed to getting nothing, you get at least something. But Seattle kind of held on there, and they got to try at the end of the game to make it a 2-point loss, which is big to get that extra bonus point. But, to play the league's best right now and to hang in there for the majority of the game is better than I expected. So I'm okay with it. I wasn't looking at this as like a must-win game, but because of how competitive the Western Conference is right now, you're with that loss, you were third in the Western Conference. You dropped all the way down to fifth. I mean, you're a few points out of a second place again. So it's like this. The West is really competitive, and you're going to be playing this upcoming week a team that sits at third. So you sit at 22 points right now at fifth place in the Western Conference. Austin's at 33, and I probably won't catch Austin. The Guiltini sit at 29, so there's a 7-point difference between you and second, which is, if you get a big blowout win, is possible. But San Diego sits at third. They're at 26, and you're playing them next week. So that's a 4-point differential, which is more than accomplishable. But I'm saying that right now, it's easier said than done.
Yes.
So it's an important matchup for the Seawolves here as they look to get back into the playoff hunt. I mean, to stay in the playoff hunt, you're at a 4-5 record now, sitting at fifth in the Western Conference with 23 points, and April 16th versus the San Diego Legion. That's a 3:00 start. That is back here at Starfire Sports, so you'll get back in front of your home crowd, which is good.
Is this the second week in a row that we don't have a player of the game?
And losses don't
No one stood out.
And it's also a little tough because with Major League Rugby, it's a relatively new league. They don't have I can't go to an ESPN or
look up stats.
An MLS, and I can't look up stats.
Yeah.
So I have no idea.
Yeah.
I just know that I can see who got the tries, but I can't see other things like I said. So that's kind of where it stands.
Okay.
With that, just for transparency, the aspect of that. So as we look. Yeah, again, big matchup against San Diego. It's a rivalry game, nonetheless, back at home, but also you're fighting for your playoff life. So, big game, April 16th versus the San Diego Legion at 3:00. I know there's a lot going on the 16th around Seattle.
Yeah.
So if you're not able to make it up to Seattle for the Mariners game or the Kraken game, and you're closer to Tukwila, Starfire Sports, they always do a really good job in Tukwila. The fan experience is really great. And even the Guiltinis, who are the reigning champs, after they beat Seattle a few weeks ago, said the best fans in rugby.
Well, that's awesome.
And it's really best atmosphere. So that's really cool to see.